Hi guys, it's Hannah here. Welcome to another cash budgeting with me. This is for the 5th week of January, technically budgeting for the first week of February, but January is a magic month for myself. So this cash budgeting and next cash budgeting stuffing are a part of that, like magic month stuffing. But not much is changing. This week there is a little extra. I did get some extra money I actually got some birthday money, early birthday money. My birthday is the middle of February, but my dad sent over my birthday gift now, and so I am going to be stuffing that in this stuffing, which is very exciting and I'm very thankful for. So we are starting with $670 that we get to budget today. So as always, we're going to start with that on the calendar. My hope is that I am going to be able to be better with the calculator. That is one of my goals for February, is just to be more calculator aware when I'm making these videos. So we'll see how that goes. But first off, we're going to start with my wallet. So my wallet always gets the same amount each week. And so we are putting $60 into groceries, $40 into gas, $40 into eating out, and then $35 into Hannah to total $175. So we will automatically do that. The very first category that I'm going to go into, we're kind of going to try a different setup for my budget with me. So there are two categories that I'm prioritizing for the magic month and my birthday. So I'm going to be putting $100 into travel this week. I'll be doing that actually in the form of a placeholder when I actually do my stuffing. We're going to need to go back to that. But travel is going to be getting $100 this week right off the bat. There's a bunch of little things going on. And then also, I was just in there, but Hannah is going to get the $100 that I got from my dad for my birthday. So right off the bat, we're gonna stick that where they're gonna go. Our Monday video is gonna be getting a bump. So I do two things in my Monday video, which is a mini Monday as well as a box challenge. Typically the box challenge gets $10 and mini Monday gets $20. We're bumping that up a little since I have a little more to budget with. And so this week, the box challenge, this week and next week, box challenge is gonna get $20 and mini Monday is gonna get $35 for a total of $55. And so now we're sitting at $240. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and jump into our first binder here today. I'm contemplating if I want to, I might move some things around so I have a little more space. I should have thought about that beforehand, but that is okay. Hopefully that looks decent without me shaking you all violently. Yeah, so let's jump right in. I did contemplate starting with our savings challenges. We might change to that in the future, but right now we'll stick to what I know. So this week, starting in personal health is gonna get its usual 5. Household is also gonna get 5. Skincare is gonna get 5. And then emergency this week is gonna get 20. So we're gonna be able to do another 20 spot on this savings challenge tracker. This is from Nessa Budgets. I got it in a bundle from her Etsy. Go check it out if you are interested. It's nice, it's clean. I am really enjoying it. So we'll go ahead and add $20 to emergency so we can bump that a little, which is great. Christmas is gonna get its usual 5. Car maintenance is also gonna get its usual 5. And then that is gonna be all for this binder. Next, we will jump up into my other sinking fund binder. So jumping into Costco, I did want to, oops, caught here. Did want to bump this up. We're currently at 88. I do want to do a pretty big Costco haul for me. So my goal is to save around 200 bucks before I do that. We'll see how long the current food that I have lasts, at least in regards to Costco. Like I'll buy my meat at Costco and put it in my freezer. So I might be able to last another week or two, which I don't think I'm gonna get to 200 bucks in that time. But this week we are gonna add $25 to help bump that a little. H Mart is fully funded at 50, so I'm not gonna add anything to there. Friend today is gonna get 5. Personal spending is gonna get 5. Savings today is gonna get 5. And then we already added, already budgeted out for travel. Same with Hannah, that is getting, again, the money that I got from my dad for my birthday. Moving on to clothing. Clothing is gonna get 5. A lot of these are gonna get the typical 5, because they don't necessarily need to be bumped. And a big priority for me right now is travel, so that's what got the biggest bump. Gifts is gonna get 5. This is currently empty. I did buy my dad's birthday gift. His birthday is also in February, so he sent over what he wanted, and I had just enough. I had 65, it totaled 70, so I pulled the extra 5 from my wallet spending and personal spending in my wallet, so didn't have to go into, so I had enough for all of the gifts that he wanted, which was great. 30, Flirty and Thriving is gonna get 5. Shop small and budgeting items is gonna get 5. Disney spending, I am going to Disney on Monday of next week. I have 41. I think that'll be plenty, so I think I'm gonna stick with 5. Because I don't think I'll be spending more than $40 anyways. Tech is gonna get 5. Invest is gonna get 5. I'm excited to unstuff that and actually invest that. And then Extra Alley is gonna get 5. Awesome. So we are going into our savings challenge binder with $115, which is more than I typically would put in here. But again, thanks to that extra paycheck this month, I'm able to bump up a little more. So for our Disney Icons challenge, this is a challenge from Budgeting with Amanda. It's a challenge that has 12 different mini cards to it, and so I'm working on the glass slipper, and I'm going to actually complete this card this week. And we only have one more card after, so I'm going to do $10 for this one. And then the last card that we have is Snake in My Boot, and we will start that next week. I'm going to come back to my 100 envelope, because that kind of just gets my wallet rollover, as well as just kind of whatever is left that I have to budget. We are going to jump into my emergency challenge. So this is a savings challenge from MikaelaCreationsCo over on Etsy. This was a 2025 challenge. Since then, they have revamped their shop, so I don't think this is still available, but she does have a lot of cute savings challenges, and that's also where I got my envelopes, and I absolutely love them. Great quality. So we are going to do a larger number this week. If it's 17, I think I'm gonna knock out the 28 this week, since we have the extra cash, and I feel like that's a good one to knock out. And then that means we're almost done with this first row here, which is very exciting. Like I said, that's going to be going towards my emergency savings. I do want to jump back into this one, because this is another one. This is a mini savings. It has a cute little turtle on it. This is with Budgeting with Chloe. Since then has rebranded to Bare Bones Collective, but got this in a clear out sale. And so what I've been doing is I've been rolling a d6 to see how many spaces we are going to stuff on this, and so we will go ahead and give this a roll. and we're gonna stuff 5 spaces. So we'll do the next 5, which would be a total of $10 going into this challenge. Our turtle is getting 10. Okay, now we'll keep going and then we'll jump back to the front. I am going to be starting our February year-long challenge. I did finish January's last week, and instead of taking a week off, I'm just gonna jump right into February. So hopefully we can finish these by early December to then stuff. So this first one is a February challenge from Buttercup Budgets. I got this free over on their Kofi. I allocated each heart to be $5. So we're gonna do this first row here for a total of $8. I do really like the February challenges. I think they're really cute. Pink isn't my favorite color, but I don't know, I'm really liking the pink on these. The second year-long challenge that I am doing is the February challenge from Budget with Amanda. Another freebie I got off their Kofi. I don't know if she still has this up on her Kofi. She does take some of her older stuff down, but since it's for 2026, it might still be there. So I would say go check it out if you are interested. And we are also going to knock out $8. We'll do 2 spaces and we'll do a 5 and the 3. So we'll do $8 for Amanda. And then jumping back into our chicken challenge here. This was a freebie from Ellie on Earth over on Kofi. And this week, let's see. We can go ahead and do, what do we have? We're almost there. So I'm gonna knock out the 2 3s. Let's do $10 to really try to knock down. So we'll do 2 3s and 2 2s. And then maybe since we have a little extra to work with next week, we might be able to finish it next week. So we'll do $10 in our chicken challenge. This empty envelope is for a new challenge that we're adding in. That is this color and save challenge from Budget with Carly. This is another freebie I got over on Kofi. This is going to be going towards investing since we finished our Rugrats challenge last week. So we are going to go ahead and kick this challenge off with $8. We'll do a $5 space and a $3 space that we get to color in next week. I'll set that aside. And then this last one here before we flip back to the front is Save Your Way in 2026, which is going to be this challenge by Shade's Budget. I did get this over on free on her Kofi. She also has a YouTube channel. She's amazing, super supportive, and also has great videos. So I'm going to be kicking this off. This is going to be going towards travel when it's complete. My goal is to complete it by May 1st, so it can go towards my Italy or Italy trip, towards some spending money. So we're gonna, since we have a lot to work with, we're gonna knock out this first rectangle, which is 3 2s and 3 6s, and I believe that's a total of 24. So we're gonna be putting in $24 into this challenge. I think doing the math, I think I have like around 10 to 12 weeks, I think, before I leave. And so that would mean I need to do essentially a rectangle per week to meet that. So we'll see if we can keep up with that. But I'm going to set that aside from now. We're going to jump back to the front. Did pizza. We're going to jump back to our Spongebob challenge because I think we have to do Spongebob, and then we have Spongebob and envelope. I think everything else was done. Yeah, this Powerpuff Girls challenge is stuffed when I do my actual stuffing. It comes from my wallet personal spending category. So the Hannah that I budget in my wallet, some of it goes into there for some extra savings. This savings challenge that I got, a SpongeBob one, I got for free over on Kofi from Budgeting My Debts. It's a very cute one, and I do want to knock out a good chunk here as well. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out, we have 3, 3, and 3. Let's do the 3s. So let's do $9 to this challenge, since we have it. So SpongeBob is gonna get 9. And that means we have $8 left that we can put into our envelope challenge, which is this challenge right here. I got this in a book called Cash Dash. It's able to be purchased on Amazon. I am working on saving it. This is going to save, $1,275. I'm planning on doing this twice. The first time is going to be for spending in Italy. The second time is going to be spending in Japan. So I'd like to finish this first time around by May. So I'm going to do, this also gets my wallet rollover. So I typically do a smaller amount and then I'll bump whatever I have left over my wallet and add it to this challenge. So I think I'm currently sitting at $45 in my wallet, so I'm feeling pretty good that we'll be able to knock out at least 2 envelopes. If we at 45, yeah, so we'll be at 53, and if we knock out the 38, then we could do the 15, which is still available. Yeah, so we're gonna put the last 8 in here. And that should be all for my savings challenges. I do want to add these up because I had 115 on the calculator when I started this, which is higher than normal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and double check this really quick to make sure I didn't go over. The 9 sticks on this and I don't know how to clean it. Okay, let me start over. 115, 10, 8, 28, 9, make sure we get that, 9, 10, 8, 8, 10, okay, so I did miss one of the 8s because then that would be 24, okay, so in that case I'm $8 over, which probably isn't the best, but I think I might pull that from my budget, like buffer. So I'm gonna add $8 so we can keep the $8 in my envelope, and that just eliminates me having the potential to spend that. But yeah, I'm okay with that. So we're actually gonna be stuffing a total of $678 this week. But yeah, awesome. Thank you for joining for another budget with me video. I hope you guys are having a great week. And if this is a magic month for you, let me know how you're using that extra paycheck. So yeah, I hope you all have a great one and see you next time.